Evening, good morning, good afternoon, from wherever you're watching from. How are you doing today? Hope you're fine. How is work? How is life? How is the economy of your country treating you? I'm happy to see you this beautiful evening from Nigeria. Yes, it's your baby girl Sarah Fidelis, or you can call me Lady Analysis. Yes, guys. Wow, I'm really excited to be here because I fulfilled the promise that I was going to be here today live. To some extent, I thought I wasn't going to make it because of one reason or the other. I had to make out time to be here today. So, guys, like I said yesterday, we're going to still be the topic toxic relationship. Part of what we're doing, we I didn't really say much because I had one or two to do. So, but luckily we had few persons who joined. Yes, though not on the conversation, but they said hi, and I was really impressed. Yes. So, guys, this evening we are going to be probably spending 30 minutes of our time, though depending on how it goes from here. But we're going to be spending this few minutes here to dissect this matter because I think it's a very interesting topic, and it's something that we need to look through, we need to talk about because over time people have seen it as not really necessary to talk about. And if you look around, you see that things are spoiling actually. Things are getting worse by the day. And we are having victims, yes, across the globe as a result of toxic relationship. And to avoid these things, it's important to put words out there so that people will take one or two that will help them, especially those who are already in a toxic relationship. It will help them at least, to be able to reflect if the relationship they are in, if it's worth it. If not, they shouldn't be there. That is the most important, guys. I would really love that people come around and let's talk about this so that I won't have to repeat myself. But it's no problem. I'll just continue like that. Whenever people join in, I will just go back and, just do a brush up and still continue from where I probably will be. So, guys, today, toxic relationship. Now, I was going through and I was just checking through hello, how you doing? Good evening and thank you for joining us. Though I've not really started, please drop a comment and tell me where you're watching from, your name, where you're watching from, and a like would do as well. Tell me where you're watching from, your name. Thank you so much. Probably, I love that. It interests me when people come around and we tell them to tell you where you're watching from, and the next thing they log out. Okay, so guys, let's continue like this. Okay, please, guys, don't be shy. Just tell me where you're watching from. Okay, before we start, I didn't do this. Like I said earlier, don't forget it's your favorite baby girl, Sarah Fidelis, or you can call me Lady Analysis. Yes, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the share button, like, comment, and always go back to our previous videos. Listen, send your comments, tell me your views, your opinions. All still matters. No matter how old the videos are, I can always still go back and reply to your views. Thank you for joining in. Please tell me where you're watching from and your name, and the like would do this evening. Thank you. I've not really started, but like I said, I was going to be talking on yesterday's topic like I did, though I did not really dissect on the matter. We're talking about toxic relationship. Toxic relationship. Thank you for joining me. Please tell me where you're watching from and click on the like button. Don't forget to tell me where you're watching from, guys. So, like I said, I was going to be talking about toxic relationship. Most times in life, it's important to understand what toxic means. So many people really do not really understand what toxic means. Thank you for joining. Please click on the like button. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me your name. Tell me where you're watching from. Thank you so much for joining in on the live. So, guys, like I said, I was going to be talking about toxic relationship. So many people are really not familiar with what toxic means. Some persons are in relationship where they think is what they are getting is probably because of their character, or probably because of maybe probably they are involved in one or two. But the reality is, I decided to check again, just to bring out some words from what toxic itself means. You know, Even from the word toxic, you will know that it is harmful on its own. Toxic itself means, something that is harmful, something that cannot be taken by human, something that cannot, if it's released in the air, probably there will be so many casualties, and it is damaging, it is killing. Toxic, it is deadly. It's anything that has to do with something being bad. That is what toxic can mean. Now, relate it to one being in a relationship that is toxic. Now you understand what we're talking about. A deadly relationship, one that is beyond comprehension, one that is impossible to stay, one that you suffer, one or two abuses, that at the end of the day, there is always casualties. And if you're not careful, probably it will not just end in you just being a casualty, probably you will end up dying. So that's what we're going to talking about today. And like I said yesterday, it's more like we out there, probably I'm single, I'm not married yet. There are also equally people who are married that are in toxic marriages. And one need to understand that still. Thank you for joining me. Please tell me where you're watching from, your name and where you're watching from. That will do. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, guys, toxic relationship. Now, in life, we need to understand something. Don't get carried away by love and say, oh, this person gives me what I want in a relationship. Because of that, you will endure all manner of traumas. I have seen people who have gone through toxic, who come out from homes that are toxic, and they never recover from that. And the truth of the matter is, if you check to see people who, you know, are toxic in life, they are from homes, majority of them are from homes where they suffer abuses, where their mom, their dad suffer abuses or the other. So when this individual go out there, they assume that whatever they are getting is the same thing. So they probably would not want to be a normal human beings, even if they are very good, even if they are supposed to, they are supposed to love and care. They wouldn't want to, bring out that affection, because probably they would assume that if they bring out that affection, they will be looked down upon and they will be trampled upon. And at the end of the day, you know, it will fail them. So probably they bring out that harshness, they bring out all manner of deadly characters that make them look so unimaginable, unbearable, to the point where people keep enduring them in the name of love. But you will want to imagine, why will a human being want to be in a toxic relationship when you know that it will kill you? Now, so many people are always in relationship where they are abused. Now, unlike other countries where if a man touches a woman, it's a serious case. Probably if the woman does the same, it's also a serious offense. But there are countries of the world also, if such happens, it is not really taken too serious. There are always one or two excuses. After a long time they come out with you know they come out with what do I call it, excuses that the man did it because he was in the influence of one or two, he was not mentally stable, and all manner of things. Now, as humans, to avoid such, Probably when you have died, this is the story they keep telling. And at the end of the day, such individual who is the result of somebody's death is outside there still living his or her life, and you already is long gone, buried 6 feet below. So, as singles out there, even in marriage, I've seen marriages where a woman is almost bringing 90% of the income at home, and the family is living stable and they are okay. And yet, the man is so uncomfortable. Why? Because probably we know men has this ego that makes them, so happy if they are the top provider. But the truth of the matter is, you don't have it enough to the point where you provide 90% of the, family expenses. And your wife is doing that and she's not complaining. So why to the point where you make her look, so small, to the point where you beat her, to the point where you killed her because you hit her to the point where she collapsed and she died. Now we have had so many cases here in Nigeria, and the most painful aspect is how these people just, after court case, they are not sentenced, all manner of story comes. There are cases where they will say that there was a prison outbreak and nobody know where they went. And that's crazy because we are living in a country where anything goes. Now, there are cases as well where an incident that occurred recently in Nigeria where the man poured fuel on the wife's body. And now we are hearing that he collapsed in the police station, that he died. Now, the truth of the matter is this: we are speculating that those information that is circulating is false. Probably somebody might have gone out, she will pay somebody that knows somebody, and they just want to make up a story so that the man will not face prison sentence and they will let him go. And now this same individual will learn his lesson and he will probably marry someone else and he'll be normal. But the reality check is this: how do you love yourself? Because I always try to imagine, I always try to think, why do people stay in a relationship that is unhealthy? A man beats you, the woman beats you, she talks to you anyhow. As a matter of fact, you don't even have your peace. So why are you there? See, if eventually you get married, it will be worse. Imagine someone who is in a relationship where eventually, it has always been abusive and they keep having children, and eventually he kills the wife. And you will wonder, despite the fact that this same woman gives you 5 children, 4 children, or 4 kids, yet you still have the effrontery to kill her. How do you do that? It means that from onset they have illness. Because if you claim that they are people you love, if you claim that you love them so well and you know they have children for you, why do you have to, go to the point to kill a woman that gave you 5 kids, probably 4 kids? It's crazy. And it pains me so much when you see women who stay in such marriages in the name of their enduring. And we still have single ladies out there who are equally doing the same, enduring relationship in the name of, if I leave this one, probably I go out, I will not get another one. But it is crazy. It's better to have your peace, it's better to have your life than to be wasted by someone who is not worth it. This individual who you give your life to is not even capable of creating one. Now you decided to, give him your life, and he ends it in a twinkle of an eye in the name of love. The love that Christ Himself gave is way, way bigger than what that guy will ever give to you, or probably what that lady will ever give to you. Now I see women who, to the point where they have, so make their husband look so low. They have so make their husband look so little, to the point where the children In their heads, they are like, oh, if I get married tomorrow, I will ensure that I marry a woman who I can overpower. And in their head, no matter the relationship they are in, once they are sensing that this lady is way bigger than me, they don't stay in such relationship. Because, like I said earlier, most of the relationship where we see that people are toxic, whether the man or the woman, they are all from, most majority of them are from homes that are what are toxic, that where the or the dad suffered abuses from the both parents. It could be that the mom suffered abuse from the father, or the father suffered abuse from the mother. Most of the time we have lesser case of the woman abusing the man, but majority across the globe we always see where men beat their wife, and we know that this thing happens every now and then, and people keep remaining in such relationship, and you always want to imagine what is the reason for that. Thank you for joining in. Please tell me where you're watching from. Click on the like button. Tell me where you're watching from, your name, and where you're watching from. This evening, we're talking about toxic relationship. Tell me where you're watching from, your name, and click on the like button. Thank you so much. We're talking about toxic relationship in marriage, in as a single, dating somebody. Why do people remain in such relationship? Now, thank you for joining. Please tell me where you're watching from. Click on the like button. Please tell me where you're watching from. Tell me your name, where are you watching from, and click on the like button. I will appreciate that so well. Thank you so much for joining in. Okay, I've been talking about toxic relationship, and I've been going on and on to try to understand why do people stay back in a toxic relationship, one that will not benefit them at all. So why do people find interest? Why do they want to be there? Now, we live in a world where it seems like if you live here, you will never get a better one out there. And it's so dangerous and bad because the mentality is what is killing us. Because I feel like if I have my peace, I'm very, very okay. I'm 100% fine because my peace is what that matters more than any other thing. My peace. When I get my peace, I'm very satisfied. But people feel like it is not the issue. They just want to be shown love. We've seen cases eh, where people beat, where a man beats a lady to the point where the lady tells you that if he does that, he will love her the more. Like sometimes I imagine like if it's a spell, if there's something that makes them to keep going. Yeah, it is assumed that most time they give them everything. I've even seen lady, despite the fact the abuses is going on, yet they keep sacrificing for such individual in the name of they love them. But the truth of the matter is, people are in relationship where even while they are pregnant, the man beats them to the point where they have miscarriages, and they don't say anything out there. They go to the hospital and they behave like, oh, nothing happened, and they are fine, they are okay. Why people are thinking that she just had a normal miscarriages, maybe probably she's stressed out, or she had one or two that she was doing that caused the miscarriage. People are not aware that what happened truly was that she was abused by her husband. Toxic relationship. People need to understand that even in families, in homes, you know, in homes, people even suffer this relationship. We've seen father not just abuse the mom, equally the kids. They are scared. When their father comes home, everybody's running, they can't stay close to their dad. I remember why growing up, there was this respect we really gave to our dad, probably even our parents. We actually respected them. But most time when we are still young, we act all the time, we're always with our dad. But we are not really this scared that, oh, my dad is coming, or probably we are shivering like, oh, my dad has come, we are running helter skelter. No, But rather, when he comes, we welcome him, we are happy with him. But the truth of the matter is, the relationship grew to the point where even now we can joke, we can laugh, we can talk to the point where we are free with them. But I know a home where, way back, if their dad is coming back, the way they move, the way they run, it's as if it's war. It's as if somebody is coming to kill them. They will run, they will, arrange, they move I'll be like, this is a home where their dad is coming back. Instead of just them being around, just, oh, welcome their dad. But they are scared, they are running. And these same kids, when they grow up, they will probably give the same energy out there. That is why it keeps growing every day when it's not treated. But my biggest fear is that people are willing to sacrifice their life for such individuals because most of them, they use them as example. After probably you have been in a relationship where the woman was probably killed, the man probably goes for therapy, he recovers and becomes a changed man. And it's crazy because you can't do nothing rather than to, help him grow and be better. But the truth of the matter is, do not give your life. That is why I'm scared. What do you stand to gain for you to die, not destiny unfulfilled? Because that's my biggest concern. Okay, so guys, sorry, most times it's like this, but I'm almost rounding off, almost rounding off. But the reality check is this: I wonder why people are open to give to somebody that will probably, you know, end their life so soon. Because if you probably know that such thing will happen, why would you? Sorry, I just want to do something. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, so why would you want to push your life knowing that one man is there that wants to end your future? It is important that people understand that relationship is not a do or die. Yes, in even in marriages where you have vowed that for better for worse until death do us part, that does not guarantee that when the man becomes a vampire or the woman becomes a lion that you should remain there. Probably you can give yourself space, time to heal. When healing has taken place, probably everybody comes back. But when it becomes unbearable, when it becomes impossible to control, it's better everybody goes their separate ways so that one's life is safe. Because you see in our world today, when you see how people have lost their life, especially young adults, girls, ladies, men who have lost their life because of relationship. There are ladies who are so possessive to the point where even if the guy finds out that, oh, she's this kind of person that she's always after me, like she must have me forever. Relationship is something that if it's on, it might work, it might not work. But there are ladies who will come to your life once they see you and they like you. Whether or not you don't like them, they would want to own you forever. And the truth of the matter is, it comes to a time where you are so fed up that you are irritated by that kind of thing, and you want to call it a quit. Immediately, even if you call it a quit, actually, they will probably want to follow you everywhere. Any lady they see you with, they will go as far as going to harass such ladies to the point that some of them might even go as far as killing such individuals. Some might even go and gang up, set up one or two yeah, guys to rape that lady because you are dating another lady. Now, it's so bad. There are ladies who are possessive, and there are guys equally who are equally possessive that they see that you're a nice lady, you are good, you give them what they want, and you're the type that they like. But the truth of the matter is, when the lady notices that, oh, this character is not really, really given to them, they feel like this is not what he wants. and the lady decides to take call it a quit. But this guy is really, really, really not pleased. And at the end of the day, he's stalking you, he's going everywhere, calling you, sending you messages with different number. To the point of, to some extent, he's even threatening your life. He's even threatening your life. And you're like, what have you gotten yourself into? Now, these are for individuals who have called it a quit. Now, there was a time I have this friend who one time told me her story. There was this guy. Probably I knew the guy because of her, and okay, they were going, they were dating and all, they were probably dating, yes, but it got to a point where she was like, she wants to call it a quit, that she doesn't want to be in this relationship again. Thank you for joining, and please click on the like button. Tell me where you're watching from. Please click on the like button. We're talking about toxic relationship today. Tell me where you're watching from, your name and where you're watching from, and click on the like button. Thank you so much for joining in. So, like I was saying about toxic relationship, so I was saying a story about my friend who was actually in a toxic relationship. Now, this guy was to a point, it becomes so obsessive to the point where she didn't want it again. She didn't want the relationship again. But this guy went to the point of, whenever she goes to his house to tell him that I don't want again, he brings something that I would take, that he wants to poison himself, that he will die, that he cannot do without her. He gets to the point where he brings knife, he's cutting himself, and because of that, she feels threatened that if this guy dies, she's held responsible, and because of that, she still remain. So one day I told her this. I told her, why why are you suffering yourself? You're not having your peace. You are disturbed. You are mentally unstable. Why? Because you are where you're not supposed to be. I told her, okay, this is what you do. Call people that he knows. Call people around him so that this thing will be resolved. He can be helped that way. Because if he is helped, if you tell people around and tell them what's going on, they'll probably know that you have, his interest at heart. That way, your life is saved. They will now understand that, oh, this guy wants to take his life, that your hand is not there. Because they will really know the true story. Because when he died, people might assume that you poisoned your boyfriend, which is false. Now, this is what I told her, but in the long run, I don't really know what she did, because it was like I was telling her that, and she was more like, it was not helping. There was a time I told her, "Okay, what did you do?" She was like, the man that she told, the man was looking for something else though. But at the end of the day, I was like, okay, I just feel like just do what you know is best to avoid unforeseen circumstances, to avoid issues or stories that touches the heart. That was what I told her. And the truth of the matter is this. I don't know how it went. I just know that from time to time I keep seeing their pictures together. But later she told me they actually broke up, and I saw that they broke up. But I don't know what's happening now. But the truth of the matter is this: sometimes it's more like a spell. There are people, that those individuals, you just like them. But because of that character, you cannot stay there. But because of what they want to do to themselves, you want to go. But the truth of the matter is, if you go, it's your risk. You risk your own life. You risk the life of your unborn children. And it's crazy. Which is better? So it's better you are safe. It's better such individual heals, and it's better for the society, because you don't deserve to die. But most times people are not really, really interested in that. So guys, in the whole, or in the summary of the whole thing, is this: toxic relationship is unhealthy for you and I, whether you are single, whether you are married. If you're in a relationship where you don't have your peace, you cannot sleep and close your eyes and be in peace, knowing that your husband is okay, knowing that he will not kill you while you are sleeping, knowing that your wife will not stab you while you are sleeping, knowing that your boyfriend will not, make up one story when you come around, he poisons your one or two thing because of, homes where they're coming from. It's better your life is safe. It's better you leave that marriage. Give yourself space. Even if you don't divorce, You can give yourself space. Everybody gets to heal. He or she go out to work on themselves. There are individuals who want to help themselves. They keep, they are so sympathetic. They are crying. They don't really harm themselves. They just keep, giving you this feeling that they want to be helped, but they don't know how. So in such cases, we can always go our separate ways. Just give ourselves room to heal. But if you're a lady that just feels like it will be traumatic to go through such processes, knowing that you not still have your peace, knowing the kind of individual they are, it's better you have your way out and have your peace than ending up after 5, 10 years. And the next story we are hearing is she died, he died, and who killed them? Probably the man killed her or the lady killed him. No, we've even seen cases where, a prominent figure in Nigeria, where the story was told after the wedding and the whole thing, and we heard the story that the lady stabbed her husband. Now, all these things really happen and people just welcome it. People overlook it, and it's very, very important that you know this person is okay before settling down with them, because the moment you settle down with them, so many things keep disturbing them, and if they are not helped, they will never be fine. So guys, I want you to be safe. I want you to live a healthy life. I want you to be out of relationships that are toxic, that will never give you peace. If you're in marriages that are toxic, I want you to have your peace, to live, to be able to train your kids, because the moment you die, it will be difficult for your kids to recover from such issues. So it's better you help them now that you have the time, and be safe and be fine and be all right. Hopefully, somebody out there will take this one and be a better person. So thank you guys for joining in. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you for those that keep coming, those that keep joining in on my life. And I know one or two were able to take one or two home. And probably somebody will tell somebody about Sarah Fidelis, and that individual will subscribe to my YouTube channel. Wow, I feel fulfilled this evening because I really fulfilled my promise. I was going to do a live today, and I'm so much excited. Yes, and I had so much to give out, and I thank you guys. I really, really appreciate. Love you guys. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the share button, like, comment. Even if you join later after the whole live, don't forget to click on the like button. Tell a friend about Sarah Fidelis and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys. Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely day. Have a blessed week. Stay blessed. Bye.